I was working in the military by myself.
I heard some bombs come.
That night, we've been left alone, so we don't know where we are.
They suggested to smuggle me out of the country.
Everyone was trying to steal things.
I saw a lot of blood.
People were being jailed for nothing, and they are being tortured.
We lost everything. We have to start from below, from the zero,
My name is Jama, and I'm originally from Somalia.
My name is Abdallah Khamis. I'm originally from Sudan.
My name is Mohammed. I'm from Syria.
Been in the UK for the past 31 years.
I've been living in England since 2016.
I've been here for 19 years now.
I live in the UK almost 14 years.
When I settled down, then I got a job with this company called Angel Group. They used to have a contract with the Home Office to house all asylum seekers in the northeast. A lot of the people that was living or we were housing with Angel Group at that time have had a very, very horrendous time.
I'm among of them who have been tortured. They pin you inside with electricity and then they streak it on, and they make sure that you don't shake, you are being tightened properly, and then they start asking questions.
Because of the racism and discrimination, Mom couldn't get a good job, my dad couldn't get a good job, even though they were educated, they had their degree, but still they couldn't get a job as cleaners or kitchen porters. So they decided they don't want for us the same future what they have.
Life is really difficult, and there is no reason. If you are clever, skilled, there is no point to stay.
There was guys that said that they have seen their families, loved ones being killed in front of them.
Before 5 minutes, we drink our coffee together at the morning. I will not never see him again. He was like a pieces. And two my cousins, they killed.
So they suggest to smuggle me out of the country. And they smuggled me in a coffin to the border. I had to accept because there was no choice. So I went as a dead bodies because they had some fire near the border. So there were people who died and then they wanted to cross them. So I went in among those.
To get into here, what some people don't realize is, unless you speak to these people, what they've gone through in order to get here, it's one thing. And what they're gonna go through to get to their status, if they do get to their status, is another. I've come across people from all nationalities, and when they come in the country, they stay in that hostel I was telling you about in Wakefield for maybe 18 days. Then they disperse them to Newcastle, and then Angel Group allocate them to houses or maybe in that hostel itself, and the houses were like shared. So only families would have the house on their own.
We moved to Newcastle. I remember that day we've been on the bus, more than 30 peoples, different nationality from Europe, Africans, Asians. So they brought us here in Newcastle. We didn't know where we go. I didn't have any clue that time. So they give us, the house, 1 bedroom, and it was a very small chairs, 2 chairs, 2 plates, and 2 spoons. etc. And the 2 cabs, so we're not allowed to bring guests, anything we're being told.
And they have to come in each week to claim a £35 voucher, which is you would have to spend it on a supermarket like Tesco, Morrison's, Asda, just to buy the basics.
£35, you cannot survive, transport. Every week when I go to an overshield to sign up, I pay train and return that time, £3-4 top of that, and also you buy your food.
It's nothing. Sometimes it's so I don't want to be to say some sad story, but it's the truth. Sometimes I have to ask many of my friends to lend some money.
To be honest, we eat that time like 1 pasta a day, 35 pence from Asda or NATO. They closed down now, NATO. So that time we buy 35. I remember 35 pence in a pasta for once a day we ate.
They would stay there until they refuse them or being given status.
It's almost 4 years as I claim as asylum seeker, and there is no any decision, no refuse, no positive, nothing. Even sometimes I think they completely forget about me.
After I arrived at Newcastle, the waiting time to my asylum seeker was more than 3 years I wait. It was very hard and very tough to wait not that long. You never know when it's gonna be happen. So every day there was a worry, and physically, mentally, it's a lot affect me a lot.
What I don't like about that the politics against the asylum seeker is we are not able to work. We don't have a permit to work. So for example, if I had a permit to work, there are lots of works, and few companies are still waiting for my status.
So when they give them status, what happens is then they've got 28 days to move out, and then there'll be a transition period for 28 days, and then they would have to get a place, and then when they move on, then they'll bring somebody else to replace that, and then the process goes on. But that's if it's all positive. If it's negative, what happens is the Home Office refuses it. And then when they refuse it, then they take it, the client takes the appeal.
So I was rejected to stay in the country. So I was subject to be deported. So with that process, you have to be signing. You go and sign and come back. You go and sign and come back.
They go back to the solicitors, and then they make an appeal for them. And then sometimes the appeal process is exhausted, which means that they can't appeal. So, which means that they have to get out of where they are accommodated, where they reside in, and their support will stop.
They took him to Heathrow. I said, now they are taking back. He said, they won't take you. I have something. So when they reached there, they looked for me in the file. He said, he's there. But his name he's been here for long. They could not see me in the system at all. So they gave me an apartment to live, to stay. 3 days, they say, if 3 days we don't find his name, we are going to deport him. Arriving from the UK, to get a grant, it took 5 years. Back home, I would have been killed if I was being taken back. But now, because I'm still alive, I'm happy with that.
I know that when they get their status, they start working, paying tax, putting back into the society, also helping people from, who were suffering, refugees, asylum seekers, helping them.
I'm running the Czech Slovak Roma a project which called Roma Rights Path Project. We've been running for past 3 years. I help my community with benefit, with dentists, with housing, with school, and etc.
I'm helping my group according to the experience I've been through, and I'm making them strong that once you are here, your life is safe. I normally tell them, because due to experience of myself, I say if you have been already inside here, your life is safe.
The fact that the Roma community come in and see the Roma's person running it and did it, it just showed the children can do it too. I always have that in back of my mind before when I was working for somebody, that there was no role model for Roma community. And now we do have role models, we do have children go to university, and it's just that from one person, and even it's one person, but it has impact on lots of children, that they can see they can be whoever they want to be, and there's an opportunity for everybody.
Refugees, when they come in here, it's not just about themselves. They also sometimes want to give back something back to the community.
Sometimes, you know, the people is better than the government. The people take care of you better than the government, you know.
I was doing the volunteering for college as a teacher assistant. It was very excited for me. So all years I was doing 40 hours a week, voluntary job. It was really, really good.
A project in the IPC, I'm working footballs projects, and every week, every Saturday, we play afternoon from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. We have between 45, 60 people coming. So the reason we do that football, we want especially younger people take off from the street.
So what this football does, it is something that keeps them very, very occupied. It's something, it's excitement for them. It is, it's also meeting up new people, enjoying it, making new friends.
We take them out, you know, to making the community a better community. The other thing in the community, we help them, people like advice, and we give one of stop service like advice, different area. We give them support them in the ESOLs, and teach them the ESOLs, English, literacy.
It is not just about, you know, the BME community. It's also about serving the community as itself.
If you do something good in your life for helping someone, or take care of someone, you know, you will find someday, and one day it will come, you will find that in front of you.
I value more people because of where they're coming from, what they've been through. And I think we all need to sometimes think twice when we start judging someone, because we don't know what path they come from, or where they've been from, what they've been through.
I'm just happy, and I feel grateful because of Britain and government.
I would like to not just thank the government, you know. To thank him, it is some little bit small. If there is any specific word bigger than this, I hope to do it with that, you know. And I hope all the space to be in peace, you know.
I'm now planning to get a family. If I can try to trace my family as I'm doing now, or I get a new family in Newcastle, I'll be very grateful. I'm willing to, I'm hoping that's my last destination.
My hopes for future to grow bigger and bigger and help more family, and I want them to become independent too. I don't want them to still have that they have to have someone with them, or I just wanted them to be independent, not have to lead for someone, wait for someone.
To be a peace everywhere. This is my hopes, and you know, to people be a kind, honest.
My hopes for the future would be to be living in a world we don't discriminate each other, we help each other, we support each other, and we live peaceful life.